Thank you very much for this award. It's a big thing to me, and my wife Barbara and Sam. That introduction was beyond compare. It's very emotional, and for me, I've been the luckiest guy in the world. Not only finding the right woman and loving her since the time I was 14, but I've been lucky through life. I've had 3 careers, really. My surfing career, where Jim and I made, with Bud Brown, about 6 surfing movies. We loved each one of them. And then we were called to go to Hollywood and shoot sequences there. We worked on Jonathan Livingston Seagull and Towering Inferno and The Shining and Big Wednesday. I got to work with Stanley Kubrick, my idol. But then we were super lucky because the IMAX format was invented by some Canadians, and we were asked to make the first IMAX film for the Smithsonian in Washington. And it was the 4th theater ever built of IMAX, and the film To Fly became a huge hit, as the documentary there showed. The thing that's made IMAX work so well, and the films, the 35 to 50 movies that we've made for the giant screen work so well, is that they show in museum theaters, like at the Smithsonian. And museums are the most trusted source of factual information that the public has ever seen. In fact, 87% of the audience polled, which was 10,000 people, said that museums were their number one source of facts, number one source of the truth. The other things that followed were books and teachers at 61%, print media and television at 30%, and Congress at 17%, and the president at 2%. So anyway, the IMAX theaters and museums are the place that a lot of audience members come to get their facts and figures, and that's why our films have made a difference. In fact, when the King of Ghana saw our film, Coral Reef Adventure, in Florida, at one of the theaters there, we showed in that film how siltation from clear cutting of the timber was ruining the reefs in Fiji. And he went home and he changed the rules in Ghana and made sure that clear cutting was never able to be done again. Another great example was when we showed our film Hurricane on the Bayou to Congress in Washington at the Smithsonian. And we got about almost 100 congressmen and senators there. They voted the next day to fund the restoration of the Louisiana wetlands. And of course, there are other great examples of success stories with our films and with the other IMAX films that have been done. But the key is that they play in museums where the word is trusted. And we're so jazzed that we're able to furnish those 250 theaters that we've used for the last 50 years with great films every year. Now, I'm also lucky because right now I'm able to work with great people like Paul Nadet and Mark Christie and others at SHAC, at Surf Heritage and Culture Center, where we're trying to build in Laguna Beach, downtown, one of the most amazing museums ever constructed. It's almost done. Our grand opening will be September 20th, so get your ticket soon. And it'll have fun, interactive exhibits. Thank you, of course, to Dick Metz, who is here tonight, for his generosity. Woo! And the fun thing in my life has been working with people that are better than me. Geniuses who are creative and wonderful at what they do. I was really nervous about doing this speech. And so I asked my wife, well, what should I say tonight? And she said, well, you say your normal stuff, but try not to be intellectual or humorous or smart. Just be yourself. And so I hope I've equaled her wish. Thank you very much.